You don't need alcohol to have fun. You need a life that doesn't require alcohol to be fun. Now, this is something that you want to consider as you pursue your life of sobriety, especially if you're starting off. One of the biggest struggles that you'll have is visualizing your life without alcohol, without the dependence on alcohol, especially situations where you're looking to have fun, when you're around other people, because if you've lived in addiction, especially alcoholism, you've been usually around either other alcoholics or people who drink on a fairly consistent basis, if not, drink too much. And so you have to think about that. If you're around other people who need the alcohol in order to have fun, it's going to be hard, especially in the beginning, without the coping mechanisms, the tools, and the mind frame and the reframing of your mind. It's going to be difficult to, look at your life and say, okay, I can craft a life that's fun and doesn't require alcohol. But this is the pursuit that having purpose in your life, finding the goals, thinking about the goals that you want to achieve in life, that sobriety can help do for you, because it's going to provide you with the focus, the clarity of mind, the mindfulness, the presence of mind required in order for you to put yourself in the proper direction towards the things that you really want for yourself in your life, right? Being healed, overcoming, emotional scars, overcoming the, negative patterns that you've had in the past, the negative drinking patterns. We all have a drinker's loop or an addict's loop that deals with, some kind of stimulation, whether it's grief, whether it's anger, whether it's resentment, whether it's celebration, right? Takes you to your dependence on that, your addiction of choice, and then usually leads to some kind of downward spiral, whether it's being hungover, blacking out, binging, all of those things that come with addiction, right? And so you want to start looking at how you can craft your life so that it in itself is intrinsically fun and provides you with the good time that you need in your life and want in your life, minus the negative aspects of your addiction. Getting with other people who've been on this journey is one of the big things you can do. Getting in groups, talking to other people, whether it's on Clubhouse, whether it's face-to-face, mentors, right? People who can help you, people who are living a fulfilled life minus the alcohol. Because just as negative emotions and negative habits can bleed onto other people and they can, influence you, so can positive habits, so can sober habits. And so you want to be around people who practice sober habits. And although it can be difficult in the beginning because you're learning to rid yourself of something that you've depended on for a fair amount of time, right? After a while, it gets easier because you start to put these addictions in their proper perspective. You realize that alcohol at its base is just a poison. And you truly understand that to the point where you can start pursuing a life minus the alcohol and understanding that it's doable. So I just want you to think about that, understand that it's not about needing the alcohol to be fun. It's about having a life that doesn't require alcohol to be fun, and what steps you can take to put yourself in that direction. So I just want you to think about that, consider that, especially if you're new or sober curious. These are some of the challenges. This is one major challenge that a lot of, beginners deal with and have to work to overcome, but it's definitely doable. It's definitely doable. And let me tell you something, as somebody who has now been sober at almost 11 years, and I can tell you, when I had a life that was fully dependent on alcohol, I can definitely tell you this side is much better. It's much happier. It's more healing. Okay. And you'll have the focus to go towards the things that really, truly bring joy to your life without you having to risk your well-being in order to feel good, live good, and be good. All right. So I hope that pours into you. I just want to give you something to think about. Feel free to share this message with somebody who may benefit from it. And until next time, peace.